So you're over 50, thinking about your next move and wondering, active adult community or sticking with the traditional neighborhood? One's got shuffleboard, the other's got, well, your neighbors from 20 years ago. But here's the twist. What if we told you there's a third option that could be the perfect fit?
Yep, we may just blow your mind on this one because the right answer is just not as obvious as you think. All right, if you're like us and your kids are getting ready to leave the nest, there are some major decisions we have to make. And one of those decisions are active adult communities or moving when we downsize into a more traditional neighborhood. Well, in this video, we are going to discover kind of the pros and cons of each, but if you stick around to the end, we've got maybe the perfect solution. So let's get into it.
Okay, so active adult communities, are we talking, early bird specials, bingo nights, although bingo's kind of fun, or what are we looking at here?
I don't know. Active adult community, it's a hard pill to swallow. I don't know if you ever look at your Facebook pages and you have your old high school friends and college friends on there and you look, oh my God, they are old. Right?
We don't say that about you guys. We really don't.
But I mean, it's like, my God. Because I still think of myself like I'm in my 20s.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe 30s
it's
now.
hard.
But I mean, I still feel young and vibrant. And the idea of moving into an active adult community, an age-restricted community, is mind-numbing to me. But what is an active adult community?
We are learning a lot about active adult communities, and I gotta tell you, they're kind of fun. I mean, some of these places are really lively, and they have so much to do, so many amenities, and it's kind of piquing my interest, I gotta say.
Yeah, when we're referencing these active adult communities for this video in particular, we're talking about the big boys, right?
Yes.
The villages, the Sun Cities, the big Del Webb communities, those ones that, have your golf, have all your amenities, active adult, all that stuff, the gyms, everything. And it's the social aspect of it is really intriguing. The idea of having people around your age is very enticing. But it's a tough swallow to swallow. Yeah, I mean, look, we aren't even quite there yet, right? We're not even 55, but it's on our radar. And the idea of sitting around with people my parents' age, is hard. Like I don't have that much in common with them just because I'm 55 now.
I know. I think you'd have more in common than you think, though. But yes, I mean, we've met some really fun people when we go visit these places, and we have a lot of clients that are absolutely a ball to be with.
Absolutely, but in short spurts. And I mean, I'm not saying my parents are cool too, but it doesn't mean that I want to spend all my dinners and active time with them.
I don't think you have to. I think you can choose. You can set, you can do the events you want to do. You can, say, nope, I'm not going to do certain things, So I think you can stay as active as you want or, not as active as you want. It's kind of the best of both worlds, I think. There's a lot of things that you like to do. Like you like to golf and all that. And then I'm more artistic, so I like to do, that kind of stuff. So that intrigues me because then it gives you your time to do what you want to do.
Can you hear that?
I can
She
do
just
what
wants
I want
to do. Patrice only wants to move into a 55 minutes to get rid of me.
That is not the case. I'm just saying there are times when you can go do what you want to do, and I can do my thing, and then we can do our own thing together. I mean, there's it's more options than we think.
Yeah, no, absolutely right. I mean, there are some very intriguing aspects of a 55 and over community.
Absolutely.
It's just, I'm not sure I'm ready to drink that Kool-Aid.
And that's fine.
Right?
I have a few years.
Well, even a few years from now, I don't know that I'm ready. I'm like at 65, maybe.
I don't know.
You know,
The nice thing is though, you know, being in a place like that, it's low maintenance. It's lock and leave, which is kind of a great
like
idea
that.
for us because we do want to go and travel around either in our RV or just travel in general.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a nice thing. And then having all those people around you, they can help take care of you, you know, watch your house and things like that, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, active adult communities, I think everybody knows that. If you don't, look at our channel. But we discussed that at nauseam.
Mm-hmm. At nauseam.
We discussed this at nauseam.
What's ad nauseum?
So what are the downsides to living in a traditional neighborhood?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna downsize into a smaller home, or even stay put in our current home, like.
Well, I mean, it depends. If you want to be, you're around more kids, which is good and bad for people, depending. And you have less people your age that have things in common, I think. And I know in our neighborhood, we don't see our neighbors very much. So that's either a plus or a negative, depending. But I think that, you know, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. There's something appealing to be that old man on the street that get off my lawn.
See, yeah.
Get
that's
off
it.
my lawn.
I'm
wanna
not
be
looking
there. No,
forward
I'm
to
just
that.
Yeah, no. I think I don't want to stay put for those reasons that you mentioned. Our neighborhood tends to be people are very isolated. You know, our house is on the larger side. I would rather, you know, have the low maintenance and the smaller size to take care of. Mm-hmm. That's appealing. So moving into a traditional master plan community, maybe a single story. Right now we have 2 stories. A single story in a traditional neighborhood with a golf course that has some of the amenities is appealing.
Yes, I agree. I can see that, definitely. You just minus all the social events and all that kind of stuff, but
yeah, but
that may not be for everybody.
But a lot of these new master plan communities have social directors and stuff.
That's true.
Now the downside to it is, like you said, it caters generally to the younger, you know,
The kids, yeah.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
and so in that aspect, those events aren't, 80% of the events you're not going to be really interested in. I'm not interested in the,
Ice cream
children,
socials
the ice cream socials or the little kids book exchanges. I mean, that sort of thing is not going to appeal.
Well,
I mean, that would get me in trouble.
yeah, but staying here, number one, is nice because then the kids can all come back for Christmas
Yes.
and they have a place to stay, which is fantastic. And
For sure.
but the other thing is, you got lawn to take care of and things like that where, that's your responsibility now.
I know, but we could get a gardener,
That's true.
right? I mean, there's solutions to these issues.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, though. Having the larger home is nice to have your kids and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
And, we have been here, 17 years now? But we still have family and friends out in California who like to come visit. So it's nice to have a place for them to come and stay.
you know what, though? As I'm sitting here thinking, and again, we're just going through this process, I'm sure like you guys are. So it's like you're sitting on our couch with us. But as you said that with the kids, that's something to consider. And one of the pros versus cons of a traditional neighborhood versus a 55 and over, those 55 and over are generally speaking 2 to 3 bedrooms at the most.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Whereas you can get a 4-bedroom, modest-sized house in a traditional neighborhood that you can have. It's easier to take care of. It's downsizing for us for sure, but yet you still have the bedroom space. Mm-hmm. So when the kids come back, they each have their own space.
Right.
So that's a definite plus on the traditional side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the main plus.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
At least
I
for
agree.
me.
Yeah, well, there is one more option that we can talk about.
Oh, and I think this might be the perfect.
Yeah.
And that is an hybrid.
Yes.
Hybrid solution. And what we mean by that is you're seeing more and more Del Webb's going into these big master plan communities that are set up for your traditional neighborhoods, right? So you've got your kids and all that stuff. Toll Brothers has Regency, which is a 55 and over communities.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
And they're in these big master plan communities, but they sectioned off their little phase, which still is all you're surrounded. All your neighbors are of like-minded, or not necessarily like-minded, but same age,
Yes.
right?
You'll
Same
find it.
age, same demographics, all in that location. So you don't have the kids riding on your lawn or that sort of thing, playing outside with football, which is great. I love all that
is
stuff.
great,
But I'm just saying, as you get older, maybe that's not appealing as much. So you have your section, but yet you're still part of the big master plan community. So you have not only your own amenities, your
You're
own
allowed to
amenity
use
centers that
the
you can
other
use. You
amenities.
can also use everything that other big master plan community has.
Double the amenities. That's pretty cool.
Double the fun, right? So you can have your cake and eat it too. You can go, especially if your kids or friends live in that big master plan community, then they're a golf cart away.
And that's usually what we find is most of our clients are moving to certain places because their kids have moved there, and then so they can live close by, not like right next door to them, but close enough that they could see each other when they need to and make it easy, or the grandkids can ride their bikes on over there, which is kind of a fun little thing to do. But yeah, I think it's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea. I think the event centers, it's like a active adult community light, right? It doesn't have as many events. It doesn't have as many clubs, but it has all the important ones, all the big ones that you would want, right? It just doesn't. Because they're not as large. They don't have 7,000 homes. They have 500 homes or so.
Yeah, it's not like the villages.
Correct. So, I mean, you have, I guess it's having your cake and eat it too. And what's nice about it is you can, I'm just thinking about this as we're sitting here.
Yes.
Maybe you start off in that community. You find, if you're going to be downsizing, you find a community that has that option. And if you're not really ready to settle into the 55 and over community, you could settle into a smaller single-story home within that big master plan community, get acclimated to the people, the location, and all that good stuff. And then when you're ready, really ready, 65 or so, right? You can move within the same community into a smaller space.
Yeah.
Maybe when your kids have already grown, and now your Thanksgiving and holidays and all that good stuff are at their house, so you don't need that 4-bedroom. And you can even scale down even further into a 55 and over by still maintaining all your friends and everything.
Yeah.
Just thinking as we're sitting here, and I think that is the perfect solution. What do you think? What do you guys think? Comment below. Let us know what your thoughts. What are you planning on doing?
It's so many things to think about.
It's so much stuff because it feels like it's like a huge decision, like where you're gonna go to college, where you're gonna go to school. It's that big kind of life event.
Well, and
it doesn't have to be.
The thing you have to remember too is if you don't like it, you can move.
Yeah.
And those places sell fast, so it's not like you're stuck there. So it's definitely an option. If you hate it, then you can even do what you just said, move in, and then if you're like, oh gosh, this is not what I expected, then move back into that neighborhood.
Oh, exactly. Or even rent.
Or even rent.
Rent for a year, right? You can rent for a year, try it out. See if this lifestyle works for you, and then commit.
Or you can even rent out your house for a year or two.
Rent out your big house.
You can go travel.
Oh, perfect.
That's another option.
And that's
too many things to think about.
Too many things to think about. But anyway, if you're like us, you're in your 50s, you're trying to figure this whole retirement thing and the next stages in life out,
goodness.
then you've hit the right channel, because we don't have all the answers, but we're digging in and trying to find them. And like I said, we're looking for that community, the people that want to join us in discovering that next chapter and living our best lives. Then that's what this channel is all about. So if that is of interest to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell, so you're alerted every time we put out a new video. And if you have any real estate needs whatsoever, anywhere across the nation, we have networked with some of the best agents all across this great states, and we could connect you with someone. So hit that dream home form below if the time is right for you. And until the next time, I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
Take care.